So it's been about 48 hours since I was drugged and robbed in Chiang Mai, Thailand, for the first time in my life. Well, most people, when you tell the story to, either laugh at you, make missing kidney jokes, make hangover jokes, or make getting fucked in the ass jokes. I've heard them all right about now. And I just wanted to make this video to just let people know, really, that this does happen, and they're very good at it, and not to make the same mistake that I did. So, it started off meeting up with an Australian friend of mine in Maya. It was like a really nice beer garden. We go there all the time. And I think we shared about a tower each, which is about 3 liters of beer. And it was about 4 hours worth of time. So by the time we were finished there, I was pretty drunk, but still recall everything. Then he wanted to meet this girl at Star Six. So we jumped in a tuk-tuk and went to Star Six, where we got a beer, 100 baht, nothing sinister so far. Then one of the girls in Star Six comes up to me with a drink and sits down and, was like, "Oh, you pay 200 baht for drink." And I was like, "No, I don't want to be here. I want to go dancing and go discoing." So I walked by myself to Sound Up, which is a place I've been maybe 3 or 4 times already. It's like a relatively late night joint. Closes at about 2:30. Yeah, get there, assuming that my friend is either going to strike out with that girl and meet up with me later, or just enjoy myself. So I get like a bottle of whiskey, 490 baht. Golden Stag, had it plenty of times before. Still actually have a bottle up in my cupboard, and I managed to pour myself one drink before everything just goes blank. It must have been about 15 to 20 minutes. I know because when I pour my drinks, I count to 5. Numbers tend to be a lot easier to remember than words and everything else. So I get to 1. I may vaguely have gotten to 2. But what happened is, because I drank so much beer at the beer garden, I needed to go to the toilet a lot. So I was frequently just leaving my drink at the table, and yeah, plenty of time. Anybody could have thrown something in there. So I went online and worked out. I tried to work out what the hell it was. It's obviously known as a benzo, which includes rohypnol, Xanax, Valium. It's always just like there's like 36 different variations. Who knows what they exactly used? But everything goes blank. Then at about 7 o'clock in the morning, I remember laying down with my left leg stinging, and with my eyes closed, I like feel my pockets and see what I have in them. And then I feel like there's like a little bit of money in my back pocket, and I pull it out, and it's like 350s and I think 320s as well. And then I look to my side, and I don't know, I can barely even remember this, but when I can finally actually open my eyes, there's these 2 couple peeling pineapples, and they were talking. That's how I can sort of like that I had my eyes closed, because I could hear them a lot longer than I could see them. And then I thought, oh, okay, I don't actually feel that bad. It's got some stinging, and I can walk, and I'm definitely not drunk, which is weird because I should be very, very drunk at this point. So I start walking, and I eventually run into the moat. And for some strange reason, I thought I was over one of the other corners, way closer to my condo. But turns out I was almost the exact opposite corner to where I live. So I say, I'm hungry, have a little bit of money. I just started walking, stopped in at 7-Eleven, got something to eat. Had no idea what I ate. Obviously it was some food, and obviously it was like cooked, because I remember smelling something, and it was delicious. So I decided to get something that was hot. And it obviously cost nothing because it's 7-Eleven. And just continued to walk home. Then I finally get home. I jump on Google Maps, try and work out where my phone is, try and work out what the hell happened. I decided that it probably wasn't a good idea to jump on my motorbike and go straight to the tourist police because, let's face it, they don't care. They just think it's like another funny story. And I probably would be more coherent if I give it a bit of time. The difference between me going now versus going later is like a little bit for them, but a lot for me. So I actually didn't plan on sleeping, but ended up sleeping from about 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Then I bump into my landlord, and I ask her, oh, where's the nearest tourist police? Because when my brother, he got drugged and robbed. I mean, he gets drugged and robbed quite frequently, but this was literally the first time he got drugged and robbed in Spicy about 7 years ago when he was 18. We went to the tourist police, and because he lost his phone and all this type of stuff, I think my mum bought travel insurance, and he managed to claim it back. And I didn't have any phone, so on the way there, because I already knew that the battery was still turned on and it was showing me the exact location of my phone. So I went to went to AIS and got a prepaid SIM, took my passport, and it was 600 baht. Really shouldn't have got that one because I ended up getting my phone back. So the 250 baht would have done the job quite happily. Ended up going to the police station, was there for about 45 minutes. Did a report, just all written out in Thai. The tourist police, they're not actually like real proper police, but what they did was they gave me a report that I could take to the local police. So that's exactly what I did. As soon as I told them that I went there on my motorbike, they sort of looked at me a bit funny and was like, "Oh, you probably shouldn't have done that." And I felt pretty fine. All in all, that was not hungover. I've drank probably the same amount and been hungover, and this time I wasn't hungover, which is weird. Like, what could somebody give you that you're not hungover? Turns out, basically, like Valium or Xanax mixed with alcohol is a very potent combination, and also one that will make you completely black out and not remember anything for long periods of time. Learn something new every day. So then I go to the local police station with my report, and turns out there's like two buildings. The first one is just where you pay fines, and there's like another building hidden behind that on the same road that you do the Sunday night market, but further away from the Taipei gate. So I go there with my paper, give it to the guys. There's one arrogant policeman was just pissing himself laughing almost, just looking at me. And 4 years in Thailand, you learn what a few Thai words mean. And I could work out that, he's basically saying, you dumb phalang, you got drunk and lost all your money just like in The Hangover. Whatever. But anyway, one of the guys, after a little bit of time, takes me to this place that's got like Black Hawk detective unit. I thought that was pretty cool. And three detectives jump on two motorbikes with me on one of them, and we go to this location, and they're talking to all the locals and stuff like that. And because I'm holding the location, and I can see exactly where it is, I walk over and I can see my phone face up in the so like in some bushes, basically some bushes with like this broken glass and rubbish everywhere. So later on, I discovered that there's some photos on there. So what I think happened was, as soon as I realized that I was in a difficult situation, I pulled out my phone and started taking photos of everybody. So I guess that probably pissed them off and made them leave me alone a bit. But I mean, one of the photos had a picture of, like, you can see all these feet all hovered around me. So I don't know who was staff, and I quite frankly don't care. I think they're all criminals. But the business model that they had was to find vulnerable people and take them to karaoke places where they rack up these bills. I actually took two photos of the bill, and it ended up being like 7,500 or something along those lines. Someone on the forum calculated exactly how much it was. And yeah, I must have had about 3,000 baht, somewhere between 2.5 to 3,000 baht, just based on what I remember taking out with me. Plus, I keep like just wads of small money. I easily had like maybe 1,000 baht in hundreds, some 500 bahts, and I brought two 1,000 bahts with me. So, based on my maths, it's somewhere in that vicinity. Who cares? It's just money. And Let's see. Yeah, you find it. And yeah, because I've got these photos and because I've got the Google Map timeline of exactly what happened. We were there from 2:30 till 4 o'clock before, I don't know, they must have closed or something, and pulled a Swifty and tried to take all my money, which they succeeded in doing. Bar the 210 baht, which I found in my back pocket. So I don't know, like there's some photos where there's money on the ground. I don't know. Anyway, that was my experience getting drugged and robbed in Chiang Mai for the first time. Moral of the story: if you can avoid it, don't go out alone. And if you, like me, don't really have a choice, then never, ever, ever lose track of your drink. It's really hard to actually get it into the bottle of whiskey, so you probably don't need to carry that around with you everywhere. But definitely, definitely keep your glass with you, or just drink beer. I mean, it's only 120 baht. Let's sound up, and you can take that with you. This is not something that I ever thought would happen to me, but now that it has, I feel pretty lucky that it wasn't worse. I mean, my brother had it worse. But the thing is, back then, he had literally no money. I'd give him 100 baht, and he managed to get drugged and robbed. Yeah, I unfortunately had more money. So, anyway, I just felt like throwing that out there. Yeah, please post comments, or you most likely just want to laugh at me and make ass fucking jokes. Keep them to yourself, because I've already had enough of them. Yeah, see ya.